Podcast, The Rhythm. Go live, Vegas on the screen, feeling the flow, so pristine. Boom, as the beats align, electric dreams, they intertwine.
All right, welcome Trek fans and Las Vegas enthusiasts to Star Trekkin in Vegas, the ultimate monthly live stream happening every last Sunday. We boldly explore everything Trek while spotlighting the vibrant energy of Las Vegas. I'm Goldie Vegas.
And I'm Stephen Biggs.
We are excited to be supported by two stellar sponsors. Go Live Vegas. Go Live Vegas offers dynamic live entertainment production and promotional solutions right in the heart of Las Vegas. Perfect for online streaming, live broadcast, and immersive event coverage. For full details, check out their website at golive.vegas. Our other sponsor is Goldsmith Realty Group, hosted by our own Goldie Vegas. Goldie Vegas Realty Group brings a personal touch to real estate, delivering expert insight tailored to the Las Vegas community. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's shift gears and get into what the Star Trekkin crew has been up to lately, because we do more than just boldly go where no fan has gone before. First up, me. I'm your girl, Goldie. I have been all over the Vegas Valley lately, helping my rental clients lock down new places to call home. Vegas real estate, it's no joke right now, but we're still finding great spots out there, whether it's Summerlin views or downtown vibes. I'm making it happen. Oh, and big news. I just launched my newest venture, Goldie Vegas Competition Bikinis. That's right, custom handmade bikinis for all my fierce bodybuilders out there getting ready for the stage. These suits are no joke. Each one takes me about 8 hours to make, and they're selling for $550 or $650 if you want a stunning multicolored design that really pops under the lights. I've got photos ready, and they are fire. This is PETA Fitness, y'all. She last night she placed fourth in a pro qualifier. This is from a show she did this summer. That is the competition bikini that I have made, PETA Fitness. Man, she is amazing. She is my own personal bodybuilding coach. If you are interested in a great bodybuilding coach, you can DM me and I'll get you PETA Fitness's information. But she is at PETA Fitness on Instagram. All right. So last night I also had the honor of hosting the Las Vegas Punk and Rockabilly show at the world famous Double Down Saloon. It was wild. It was loud, and it was a blast. Video clips from the show will be up on YouTube soon, so keep an eye out. Follow the YouTube page, Las Vegas Punk and Rockabilly. And if you missed it, don't worry. We're doing it all again September 27th. Same punk time, same punk channel. All right, that's a picture of my band, Goldie Vegas and the Playboys, featuring Jimmy Decker on double bass. Jimmy is a local Las Vegas rockabilly legend. He played for a band called the Shakin' Dominoes back in the 80s and 90s, and they actually opened for the Stray Cats and Carl Perkins.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool. And yes, before I move on, I got to say I have a new boyfriend. His name is Andrew. He's here in the studio today, and he is so cute and sweet and wonderful. I'm gonna teach you the secret Star Trek handshake, so I can initiate you into the club. Okay. So first it starts with the fist bump. Then you got your Vulcan salute. Then we sci-fi, baby. That's it.
I
Ready to try
have been, for a long time, a rotten little bitch.
Good job. All right, that is Andrew. Okay, now speaking of action, Steven, you've been working at the John Wick Experience here in Las Vegas, and you've talked about it on the last show, and I've got some questions for you.
Aha.
What is the most Wick-worthy thing a guest can do at the experience? Like, can I do a full fight scene in stiletto heels?
You could, but we'd have to escort you out.
Okay.
It's quite a lot. The whole thing with the John Wick Experience is we've tried to recreate the Continental Hotel, or a Continental Hotel, famous from the series, in Las Vegas. So you get to walk through multiple different rooms, actually have interactions with the manager, with casino dealer, tailor, sommelier, our weapons expert.
Nice.
And I don't want to give too much away because it's kind of, better if things kind of surprise you. But yeah, we much like Star Trek: The Experience, we kind of make you characters in the show, in the movie.
Nice.
We make you John Wick characters. We endow you with.
Very cool. I
that.
still need to go check it out. Kirsten, have you been?
Yes, I have.
Nice. Okay, so be honest. How many times a day do people try to do the "I'm thinking I'm back" line?
I have not heard that, but it wouldn't surprise me if perhaps our bellhop hears it, or our weapons specialist hears it.
Nice.
Yeah, but we do have people come through dressed up all the time, dressed up in, and I can't believe they're doing this in the summer, but basically dressing in the black on black on black John Wick outfits, and they come in the middle of the day, and I'm like, why aren't you dead?
Yeah, it's so
Why aren't
hot
you
in
melted?
Las Vegas, right?
Yeah. So, but they look good. We've had a couple of people come through that actually kind of look more or less like John Wick, and so that's always like, are you here today?
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun, and much like the experience, I like it when people know how to play along. They don't get too rowdy, and they don't just stand there like blocks of wood.
Of course. Yeah, that's in any situation, right?
Yeah. So it's always fun. In fact, later on today, I'll be managering. That's one of my roles in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Bigwig.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you ever break character? I mean, I know you have been doing this a long time, so probably not. But have you?
A kid actually broke me a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was in the manager thing. He volunteered to do. You get to do a marker in the manager. One of you, anyway. And so he volunteered to do it. And I said, "All right. Well, what name are you going by currently?" And he was like, "SpongeBob," and he just looked at me. like I dare you to challenge me, and I was like, yeah, and I was like,
SpongeBob.
well, all right, SpongeBob, and then everyone else started to kind of Twitter in the room, and I was like, all right, SpongeBob, this marker, and then I couldn't hold it together, and I just looked up. I kind of tried to stay in character, but it was pretty obvious. The kid broke me, and I was like, folks, you would not believe the day I've had already. And then I finally got back into it. But yeah, so a little kid broke me.
Good on that kid.
Right? So yeah. And also, currently, you can use the code STEVE10, Steve all in caps, 10, to get $10 off your admission into the John Wick Experience.
What, $10 off $80?
Sometimes it depends on the time of day. Our
Really?
our
Okay.
cheapest ticket is $50, and then if you want to get a VIP on the weekend at night, it's going to cost you.
Nice. Okay, I'm
But
going to have to come check that out. I'll make sure you're working.
Yeah.
if I come up
Oh
here.
yeah. Just text me. And then that code is also good for the other Egan Entertainment escape rooms, Saw, It, and Blair Witch escape rooms. So if you come to Vegas and want to have an escape room experience, Steve 10 gets you all hooked up.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
remind us about your other podcast.
Geek Shock, which I do with Kirsten over here. Geek Shock, every week usually drops. Actually, lately it's usually been dropping on Thursday, but at least by Friday every week. We just celebrated our 800th episode.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I haven't been with the crew that long, but thank you. We're here every Wednesday. Anyway, But it's been going since 2008.
Nice. It's amazing.
It's a lot. 16 years.
All right, now it's time to check in with someone who is no stranger to Star Trekkin' in Vegas. He's a good friend of Biggs and a favorite around here, and just one of my all-time favorite Andorians. Y'all, we have Kirsten Skapansky here. It's been a minute. I feel like we need one of those coffee and gossip catch-ups.
Nah.
Or should I say Ractagino and gossip catch-ups. But live, right here on Star Trekkin' in Vegas. So tell the people what you've been up to recently. What's new in your galaxy?
Well, actually, I'm still working for Exhibit City News Magazine. That's Las Vegas-owned trade show magazine, writing about trade shows. I do corporate profiles and articles like that for the magazine. And that's really been the work focus. Otherwise, I've been working, working Geek Shock, like Steve said. I've been on Geek Shock since episode 60 as a regular. Before
Wow.
then, I came in a couple of times. So Todd, who MCs the show essentially and does the editing, he's the one who has done the full stretch. He started the audio cast with an original crew. There's also Barry Robb, who's a ex-Ferengi.
Yes.
Yep.
We need to get him on this show.
Right?
But Barry actually left for about 10 years, and it's really funny. We've been going long enough that you can leave for 10 years and come back.
That's insane.
Yeah, and so Barry and Deb they're like second in terms of longevity. So,
Nice.
and Steve's been there for a while too. So it's been quite a ride.
Yeah. And fact check.
And Andy, when he is in town, he also joins us. We recently took a trip to Gen Con, North America's largest gaming convention,
Oh,
which
nice.
was a lot of fun. We've actually hit a point where we could finance a convention trip, and that was a lot of fun going
That's
out
so
there.
cool.
Yeah, we didn't get a booth. We actually just participated as geeks, having a great time, and we were in Indianapolis from Wednesday to Monday, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
So came back to Vegas just in time to hit the smoke and get sick.
Yeah.
A couple
It was
of us-
pretty smoky. We had some forest fires.
Yeah, and a couple of us
and
got
wind.
COVID. I tested negative multiple times, so I don't think I got it, but I definitely had an upper respiratory and throat thing that I'm still actually recovering from, and I think it was from the smoke, actually.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's how I take my Claritin religiously in Las Vegas.
Yeah, really, and almost addicted to Allegra.
Yes. Okay, so y'all went to the Star Trek convention. I popped in a little bit here and there.
Oh, mine was a pop
Yeah.
in as well.
Yeah, so I popped in on Friday night. Was anybody there Friday night?
I was wicking.
Okay, I popped in Friday night to drop off my collection can. So at the convention, they have a cosplay repair booth called Garrick's Tailor Shop. And I put a can out to collect money for 3 Square, which is the food bank here in Las Vegas. And usually we raise, last year we raised, I think, like $1,200.
Oh, wow.
This year, I think maybe we just didn't get the can out in time, so we only raised $325. But hopefully next year we'll
Yeah.
do even more for the hungry people in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So what about Saturday? Y'all went on Saturday or what?
I was there on
Came around
Saturday,
Saturday.
yeah.
What'd you tell us about your Saturday?
Actually, one of the it was actually kind of poignant. One of our longtime friends and fellow podcasters on Geek Shock, Jeff Gunter, who was a bartender at Quark's.
Yes.
And he, along with Darren Benjamin, was like one of the famous
Yes, yeah.
bartenders of Quark. Jeff passed away suddenly in November.
Yes, I remember that.
And it's been weird because, well, not weird. It's been unusual and interesting, and very one of the positive things that have come out of it is Jeff's family has sort of embraced the podcast crew as like a second family.
Aw.
There's been a lot of contact. They come out, they're still sorting through Jeff's house, getting his
wow.
affairs in order and everything. We always visit when they're out there. His sisters have actually guested on Geek Shock a couple times. But his sister, his little sister, Erin, actually has never done a convention before. And she wanted to actually do a convention sort of as a memory thing
Aw.
of Jeff. Also, kind of a get closer to, his memory. And so Saturday, I went out there. She came out from L.A. She actually got there nice and early. She was there in the morning, like 9. I managed to get out there at 12:30. And then Darren showed up, and we hung out with Erin, going to a couple of different functions and stuff, as well as just cruising around the
Nice.
vendors area. And that was actually really, really sweet. It was very touching to see how she was sort of embracing the idea of her brother, but also enjoying the convention. She said she had so much fun, she wants to do more conventions in the future.
Oh, nice.
So that was cool. One other thing
That's a
that I
good
did,
time.
and this was really cool, all the stars. I've never seen, Steve, I don't know if you'll agree, I've never seen so many stars in the vendors area.
Oh, yeah.
So many of them had tables, and they were doing signings and taking pictures, as well as the paid photo ops, but they were doing table pictures as well. I didn't do a picture, but I stopped and said hello to Tawny Newsome. I love Lower Decks. It's one of my favorite Star Trek series, and I enjoy it
great
immensely.
show.
Oh, my God. And I just came up to her, and I told her how much I enjoyed it. One of the reasons I wanted to talk to her is because Jeff, Darren, and I, sometimes Steve, when he's in town, we'd get together and watch Lower Decks. And some of the loudest laughter I've ever heard from Jeff came while watching Lower Decks, and I wanted to let her know about that.
So what character is she playing?
She,
Beckett Mariner.
Beckett. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
she's great.
Yep.
And she's one of the staff writers for the new Starfleet Academy show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the really cool thing was, I said, we all knew each other from Star Trek The Experience, and so that sort of carried over when we were being big fans of the other shows, including Lower Decks. And she said, I crap you not, I've heard of Star Trek The Experience. Thank you so much for the work you guys did there.
Aw.
That was really,
was
really,
cool.
yeah, that was really, really fun. So that was a really nice moment. I really enjoyed saying hi to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
And then on Sunday, I just popped in for a while. I saw the Resident Alien panel. Those guys are wacky.
They had the Resident Alien. They had a Resident Alien panel at the Star Trek convention.
Well, because as we know, it's not the official Star Trek convention anymore.
Oh, they can bring in other.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Like last year, they had all of the Orville cast in,
What?
and then
How did
this
I
year
miss
they
that?
had Galaxy Quest folks in.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad that they're expanding
Yeah,
that. I don't know
yeah.
how I missed
And
that
especially
stuff.
those connections, Orville, Galaxy Quest. This is all part of a kind of a Trek legacy.
Yeah.
And comes from a Trek affection and devotion that's just, it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I just kind of cruised around with April and another mutual friend, Nicole. And Nicole's really good friends with J.G. Hertzler, who played Martok on Deep Space Nine. And so we talked with him for a while. And then I spent too much money.
In the vendor's room?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you buy?
Klingon blood wine from Star Trek Wines.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's it, Cabernet or something?
It's a cab, yeah. But it comes in this really nice display box that when you open it, these two batlets drop out of the side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's got a wax covering that looks like dripped blood.
Oh, you need to bring that in for show and tell.
All right, I know. I was going to do it today, but I had to go to work, and I was like, I don't.
You don't
want
want to leave it in your car.
Yeah.
Are you going to drink it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because two reasons, and I had to email them afterwards. You couldn't actually buy it at the convention; you had to have it shipped. And so when they shipped it FedEx, and thankfully I was able to catch the guy at the door. But apparently the FedEx truck is not air conditioned, so that box was warm. I opened it, and the bottles were warm, and I emailed Star Trek Wines, and I said, "Okay, here's the situation. How sensitive to heat are these things?" And they said, "Well, they're probably fine, but keep an eye on if the cork decides to start pushing out of the bottle, and if you pour it and it's cloudy, let us know, blah, blah, blah."
And then he has some Klingon blood vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
good for cooking. Good for cooking your
Sounds
car.
like a warrior's drink.
That's right. And then the other thing was there's a company called Hero Within, and they've been doing some really nice work with replica jackets. And they had my favorite Star Trek uniform are the grays, the ones with the gray shoulders and the,
Oh, nice.
and they had that.
Oh.
So I got one of those.
Oh, wow.
So you'll probably see it in here someday.
Nice.
But it's going to take them a while to ship. They said you look for it in 8 to 10 weeks. That's just how
Was it expensive?
It was actually only $99.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
No, that seems like a good deal.
Yeah, I was actually tempted to get the Picard leather jacket thing that they had in the third season.
Oh, what's the name of this place?
Hero Within. And then Star Trek Wines and Star Trek Spirits. It's basically the same company, and they had a booth, and that was kind of it. Otherwise, we just kind of wandered around, went over to the Masquerade Bar, of course, and hung out over there, hung out at Shutters. Those are two bars at the Rio that almost always get some kind of Trek traffic. One of the things that the Rio did this year was over in the Masquerade area. For those of you who don't know, they've been doing this big remodel at the Rio, the new owners. And while that floor is basically empty, they put up 3 giant screens in the Masquerade area, and every night was a different Star Trek film. And one night they showed Galaxy Quest.
Oh, fun! I saw that theater kind of set up. That was a great idea. Smart
very
on
good,
their part
very good.
to make everybody feel
It really
so
was,
welcome.
because my issue with it was the acoustics there. Of course, I was standing up in the Masquerade Bar. The acoustics weren't really amenable to that thing. It was kind of like a dull roar. But I'm guessing if you were down on the floor concentrating on the movie, it was probably fine.
A little better.
Yeah.
I stood and watched a bit of First Contact for a bit, and
Yeah.
it played.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was nice.
That sounds cool. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, this is a cool experience. I was doing something else Saturday night. I think I went to like a going away party for a friend of mine who's moving. So.
Oh, okay.
All right, crew, set phasers to excited because it is time to boldly go where this season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds is taking us. We've scanned the logs, realigned our dilithium crystals, and rewatched Discovery Seasons 1 and 2 because that's where the whole Strange New Worlds journey launched from. You could say Captain Pike, Spock, and Number 1 beamed straight out of Discovery and into our hearts. Now, if you haven't caught up yet, don't worry. We've got you covered faster than a warp speed impulse burst. This is the segment where we unravel the timeline, decode the transporter logs, and dive deep into the core of what's making this season so stellar. And let's be honest, after a few light years with serialized Trek, Strange New Worlds brings back the classic episodic feel that has us feeling like it's Stardate 1966 again, but with better lighting and way hotter uniforms. So whether you are here for Spock's eyebrow raises, Pike's perfect hair, or just Una Chin Riley running the show like a total Starfleet badass, we're here to engage. Shields up, snacks in hand, because it is time for our Strange New Worlds deep dives. Let's scan the surface of the season and maybe find a few Easter eggs hiding in plain sight. All right, we have Anson Mount playing Captain Christopher Pike. How's he doing?
That guy's great.
I love it. I love it.
When he made that appearance on second season of Discovery as Pike, I was like, okay, not Jeffrey Hunter, but I'm liking this guy.
Yeah.
He is this
Great casting.
Yeah.
Just kind of brought an amiable, no nonsense quality to the thing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, with Strange New Worlds, that they say every season, yeah, we're going to take some big swings here, so they're not afraid to do comedy or anything on there. And and you have not caught up with this week's episode, right?
You're not supposed to tell everybody.
Well, I guess I don't.
That's okay. You can spoil. I don't care. I'm going to watch it. It'll be okay.
This week's episode, 4.5 Vulcans, hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
One of the things I love about the new Trek is they will even play around with their title sequence if it suits the episode.
Well, there was a recap that was all TOS in Discovery to set up the Captain Pike going to get the crystal, the time crystal, and then he sees his future,
Right.
which is in TOS.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. We watched that episode recently.
Yeah, and what's nice about that is, you think, oh God, is that going to be the entire series? No, they pretty much deal with it by the end of the first season, and leave him in a good place where, okay, he knows when that's going to happen, but he still has to captain the ship between now and then, and so I thought they did a real good job of not stringing that particular, plot thread along.
Yeah, that was good.
And but yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it the last time I was on here how much of a fan I was of his Pike. I can't.
Well, that's the reason why we had Strange New Worlds is because he was so well received.
Oh
on
my
the
God,
show.
yeah, and it was just it. He did it so well. I said before I'm a big fan of Pike. Because I always run the what would have been if like Jeffrey Hunter had returned for the second pilot and everything. But I love what he is doing. And it's kind of special to me because at Star Trek The Experience, for my Starfleet officer, we were always encouraged to make character backgrounds. My character was Christopher Pike III. I was a relative,
Oh, nice.
of Christopher Pike. So that was always kind of special to me. And I really, really, really loved his performance.
Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you for sharing that. Sorry, I got distracted because our friend Jake says hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jake.
He says, it's Kirsten. Hello.
It is.
It's Kirsten, everybody.
Yep.
Kirsten's here today.
I'm here.
Yeah, so that's cool. I didn't realize that was your Starfleet name or whatever, your Starfleet character.
You
at
played the character in
Experience.
the show, but they encouraged us to make backgrounds and really invest in that, and so I went with Lieutenant Christopher Pike III.
That's very cool.
Yeah, because for a while when we had a kind of a big overlap in the middle of the day, so they would often send Starfleet out into Quarks and on the floor and everything. So yeah, it always helped if you had a.
And then Ethan Peck is Spock.
Yeah.
Yes,
Does a great job.
doing a wonderful job. I really love how he is just playing it.
Yeah.
He's nailing it without being any kind of just a reproduction of whatever Nimoy would do.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful.
Yeah, and he's really good. And again, a lot of people were like, the thing that often gets criticized is none of these people actually look like the original actors. And I'm like, well, again, I'm in theater, so it's like, well, not a lot of Hamlets look like Laurence Olivier either. So
Right, yeah. So a lot of people also like Strange New Worlds because it brings back the classic Trek feel with standalone adventures, character arches woven throughout. It's more accessibly but deeply connected.
Yeah, the showrunner talked about how they wanted each episode to he said the episodes will stand alone, but there is emotional continuity. So the characters' stories will continue and they'll grow and develop and everything. But yeah, you could just tune into any one episode and feel right at home.
Okay, I also have a note that says if Discovery was the reboot style Trek, Strange New Worlds is a love letter to classic Trek, complete with updated style and fresh faces. And they harken back a little to the TNG era of Klingon makeup.
Yeah. They got rid of the. Well, we have a friend that says they got rid of the Kazenti Klingons. Not Kazenti Klingons. What was it on Enterprise? The.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, brain not working.
Oh, Steve.
Error. Oh God. Anyway, those aliens from season 3 of Enterprise. No, sadly not working.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You don't mean the Suliban, do you?
No, not
Okay.
Suliban. Season 3, they
All right.
had multiple different
Sorry to derail you.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, but yeah, they decided, and I think Akiva Goldsman said, yeah, I think that original, Discovery era Klingon is gone forever.
Oh, I like those Klingons. I stand by that.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate anyone trying to set their own stamp on it, because again, as somebody who's been watching Trek since 1966, when the first movie came out, we were all like, oh, what's up with the Klingons? And then of course the real world explanation is, well, they got a bigger budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So yeah, and then oh God, all right.
Yeah, so I did a recent rewatch of Star Trek Discovery seasons 1 and 2, and then I just recently started Strange New Worlds again. I've seen the episodes, but sometimes I feel like my brain is full and I forget stuff. So I thought it would be good to talk about the origin of Strange New Worlds, where the show came from, because if you watch the first 2 seasons of Discovery, like I just did, you've already met some of the Strange New World crew. You've got Captain Pike, who totally stole the show in Discovery, young Spock finding his identity, and Number 1 holding it all down and in the command chair. So even though it's a new show, it's really just continuing the journey that Discovery started, especially for fans who wanted more classic Trek vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So season 3 of Strange New Worlds takes us from horror to holodeck hijinks with genre twists hit you like a Gorn ambush, and which warmed you like Vulcan logic at a bonfire. Season 3 of Strange New World famously explores wild ranges of genres, from horror with Gorn and zombies to holodeck capers, a space adventure hour. So what did y'all think about like the horror undertones? It's really with the Gorn, right? That's the horror undertones.
Gorn, and they did do a Trek zombie-ish episode. So
it pretty much was that, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it was really funny, because when it started, you're sort of like, oh, okay, they're doing this, but it was actually very entertaining and very fun, and the way they handled it. So.
Yeah.
Nice. So would you say that the horror vibe raised enough tension to mess with your tricorder readings?
I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Have y'all seen the episode In Wedding Bell Blues?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
Terrains revealed as a young Q. How did that reality warping drop shift your perception of the Q continuum?
All right. Was it Trelane? I think it was just another young Q.
Yeah, and Trelane was from the original series. That's a
yeah.
callback to
Although
that.
there was a lot of speculation that Trelane and his parents in the original series, there's a retro connection with the Q in that, so it actually fits very neatly together.
Yeah. And of course, we got John Delancey's voice as this character's father. So there you go. Now canon. Those types of characters are Q.
Captain Pike, Spock, and Number 1, your Discovery prequel entries now sail into new adventures. Which character's evolution this season felt most warp core worthy to you?
Well, we haven't gotten to the end of the season yet. So
I will say, I think there's more going on with Number 1.
Yeah.
This season.
Yeah.
Especially like the last episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got to catch up.
Yeah.
I know.
So
maybe we should. Oh, go ahead.
No, but I think it's fair to say that she actually.
Let's see what Jake is saying.
Yeah. Sadly, I can't read
Something
it.
Q's call each other Q, like Corbin Bergson.
Burnson.
Call each other Q like Corbin Bergson.
Well, it's Burnson, Jake, but that's all right.
Yeah.
That's our biggest fan, Jake Godbold, is here, y'all. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to Trek trivia. Whether you're a lifetime Starfleet Academy grad or just beamed into the fandom last week, This is where we separate the red shirts from the admirals. We're pulling questions from across the Star Trek universe, classic series, movies, modern shows, even the Kelvin timeline if we're feeling chaotic. Okay, so because I view y'all as experts, these are difficult questions. These are expert level questions. What is the serial number of Data's Starfleet uniform when he is reactivated in the film Star Trek Nemesis?
Wow. Wow.
Jake, do you know?
Wow. This also almost calls for Goldie, get a life. Holy mackerel.
This is a trick question. There is no specific serial number shown on screen, but his uniform carries standard Starfleet comm badge and ranks of lieutenant commander.
Wow.
Harumph.
Wow.
What were
Harumph with your trick questions.
What were the names of the 3 soon-type androids created before Data?
Oh, Lore.
Lore
Okay.
was one.
B4.
Yes.
And
Think TOS on this one.
I don't think it. Did they retro?
It's Soon's wife.
Oh, well, that's not TOS.
No, it's not?
No.
Oh, it's TNG.
Yeah. Yeah. Ariana, something like that. Ariana.
Juliana
Juliana.
Traynor.
See, I knew it had an
Oh,
I in
okay.
there.
In Deep Space Nine episode In the Pale Moonlight, what forged document convinces the Romulans to join the war against the Dominion?
Well, is that another trick question? Because actually, there's supposed to be a forged meeting with the Cardassians plotting the Romulan war, but the dude, I forget his name, the Romulan, he calls it out.
It's a
and then,
fake!
yeah, and then he takes
Wow.
off, and his ship explodes, and that is what brings the Romulans into the war.
That's right.
Okay, yes. So it was a forged hollow recording showing a Dominion plan to invade Romulus.
Yep.
In TNG's The Measure of a Man, who presides over the hearing that decides Data's legal status?
Spartacus's wife.
Captain Philippa Louvois. Okay, let's see. That one, I feel like that one's difficult. I remember that episode, but how are you
Yeah.
supposed to remember every single
Hang
character's
on.
name?
Is there multiple choice?
No,
Or-
I just told you
Oh.
what it was. Captain Philippa Louvois. What is the designation and intended purpose of the USS Pegasus in TNG?
That was supposed to be a cloaked ship or multi-dimensional.
Yeah, you're on to something. It was designed to test an illegal phase cloaking device.
Yes.
The designation is NCC-53847. Get a life. Have you ever been with a woman?
You with ears.
Steve, was I right, by the way? Gene Simmons played, she
I
played
think that was Drumhead.
Oh, rats. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was wrong.
What star date marks the official launch of USS Enterprise D?
The D. Oh, that's a TNG question. That's you, Steve.
Star date.
Star date.
It's in the TNG pilot of Encounter at Farpoint. Do we know the star date of the TNG pilot?
I do. I do not.
Star date 41153.7. In Voyager, what is the full designation of the EMH's backup mobile emitter, and from what century is it?
Wow. His backup mobile emitter.
Yeah. Wow. No idea.
No idea.
It says 24th century EMH using a 29th century mobile emitter retrieved from the time ship Eon. But I don't know that that's really the answer. Okay, let's move on. Who was the original captain of the Enterprise, NCC-1701, before Christopher Pike?
Captain Robert April.
Wow. How do we know that? Tell us how we know that.
That's also, it's a TOS trivia thing, and he actually makes an appearance in the animated series.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm a
Voiced
big
by
fan of
James
Star
Doohan.
Trek, the animated series.
Yes.
For a
Voiced
long
by
time.
James Doohan.
In Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, my favorite of the TOS movies,
Good one.
Which Shakespeare play does General Chang constantly quote from?
Well,
To be or not to be, cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
that is Julius Caesar. The other one is Hamlet.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the class and purpose of the USS Vengeance in Star Trek Into Darkness?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oof.
Dreadnought class warship designed for covert tactical operations under Section 31.
Covert dreadnought. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got jokes. We got jokes, y'all. Star Trek fans celebrated a recent uptick in Starfleet Academy enrollment. Apparently, the fastest growing major was holodeck safety and romantic ethics, which is weird because no one ever graduates.
The Gorn were once again voted the most terrifying Trek species. In response, they've asked to be referred to by their proper name, reptilian Americans with unresolved rage.
Never resolved.
Klingon opera was performed in downtown Las Vegas last week. Sources say the audience loved it, though 4 people were injured during intermission when a Klingon mating ritual broke out at the snack line.
Broke is the word.
Indeed. Starfleet Command announced a new dress code for away missions. Officers are now required to wear reflective vests, helmets, and red shirt protection gear because apparently OSHA finally made it into the 23rd century.
And finally, Quark's Bar in Las Vegas launched a new themed drink called a Warp Core Breach. It contains 5 kinds of alcohol, 2 kinds of regret, and 100% chance of waking up married to a Ferengi.
All right. You know, I don't know if we've mentioned this before.
A few times, maybe.
We used to work at Star Trek The Experience here
that's
in
right,
Vegas,
yeah.
where I wore a Starfleet uniform and pretended to be emotionally broken inside. So basically, I was just playing a Vulcan with student loans. How are ya?
Showbiz.
I like that, actually.
Yeah.
Very true, too.
Yeah.
Vulcan be with student loan. Probably in debt to a Ferengi.
Yeah,
And
that
I
is-
remember those days, Steve. I played an Andorian who gave tours of the bridge, which is ironic because the most scientific thing I did all day was explain to drunk tourists, yes, this is a fake space, and no, I will not beam you to the buffet.
Why not?
The job had its perks, though. Like one time, a guy proposed to his girlfriend right in front of the warp core. She said yes, and then instantly got cold feet when she realized their honeymoon was going to be at Quark's Bar with 3 Klingons and a $26 Romulan ale.
All right, y'all. So, we have a picture of Kirsten from Star Trek The Experience. Did we not show that earlier? Here we go.
Yeah.
So, Kirsten, you've been on the show before. We've shown this before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The good old
But what a
days.
cool experience y'all both had
Yeah.
living the Star Trek fantasy. All right, y'all. So that wraps up another stellar transmission for your Star Trek and in Vegas crew. Whether you're rocking Vulcan ears, Romulan ale, or just here for space gossip, we're so glad you beamed in with us. Huge thanks to our amazing sponsors, Go Live Vegas, for keeping the signal strong across the quadrant, and Goldsmith Realty Group, helping you find your place in the galaxy, one home at a time. Big shout out to our special guest, Kirsten Skabansky, and our audience in the studio and across the live stream, and of course to Andrew for surviving his first away mission with his wonderful girlfriend, Goldie. We'll be back on the last Sunday of every month, so set your coordinates and program your comm badges. Until then,
I'm Steve Biggs.
I'm
and
sorry.
Thank you for tuning in as usual, Jake.
I'm Goldie Vegas. Keep trekking and keep it Vegas. Okay.